Yes. The mighty Reds have won 3-1 against that West Ham team. What can I say, people? What a performance in the second half. So first half, it's the usual stuff. So we're gonna be talking about that. We're gonna preview the game. We're gonna talk about obviously the Premier League as well. We're gonna do player ratings and we're gonna do tactical as well, which I worked on my tactical board, like the players' movements and how we scored the goals as well. I'm gonna show you what I've done with the tactical board. It's pretty interesting, people. I really like this tactical board I've subscribed to, and it's very, very good. I've done it especially for you guys. Like I always say, I'm here just to enjoy it with you guys. So this is YouTube. At the end of the day, it's all about having knowledge and sharing it with the fellow fans, and making it making it as one. We're all agree and disagree, and that's the most important thing about YouTube. Like it's that kind of place that if you have if you want to say something, you could go to a channel and discuss that issues with the actual content creator. That's what I want to do in this channel as well. And I'll be back tomorrow around 9 o'clock to do the preview show for the Leicester game in the League Cup as well. So please tune into that one. So we're going to be talking about obviously the Premier League preview. We're going to talk about review. I'm not going to preview. We're going to review. We're going to talk about the teams individually. We're going to do tactics, and we're going to do player ratings today. So we've got a lot of stuff to do. But I've got the time for you. Listen, Liverpool could be in a title race for all we know. A lot of people are asking each other these things. I think it's the next 2 games. We have to see if it could be Tottenham and Brighton, and then we'll discuss it from there. So let's do the first thing, which is the Premier League. Alrighty then, it's the Premier League. I love saying it like that. It's if you watch was it Batman? It could be Batman. It could be the Joker that spoke like that. That's what I'm trying to say. So you could see the league. 18 points for Man City. Liverpool are 16 points, obviously, in the Premier League. Brighton are 1 point behind. Brighton are just phenomenal in the Premier League, people. Honestly, they are phenomenal. Like they've got their claws in there, and they know what they're doing when they're playing games. I mean, that's what's scary about Brighton, and they will be a threat to every top team in the Premier League as well. So as you can see, like from the top, it's the usual 2 that used to be there before. Liverpool and Man City. They're 2 points clear of Liverpool and Man City at the moment. Brighton at 1 point behind, and you see Arsenal and Tottenham are same points, 14. It was a pretty impressive game. We're going to be talking about that game as we go along, and you see Aston Villa climbing up that table with Unai Emery. He's a good manager, Unai Emery is a good manager, people. Like, don't ever underestimate him, because his failures at Arsenal, everybody thinks like he's going to be like that forever. He's not going to be like that forever, man. He knows what he's doing. He just needs time and patience, and if you give him the time and patience, he'll be fine, man. He'll be fine, and it looks like that way. West Ham, with David Moyes, they're looking good. Obviously, they did well against Liverpool yesterday, but they're still 7th in the league, and you got Newcastle climbing up that table. We was always like thinking about Newcastle. Are they a flash in the pan, or are they going to come up that table, and cement their place in the top 4 again? It looks like a tough season for them, but you know the way it is what it is. And you got Man United right behind them to beat Burnley with that tremendous strike by Bruno Fernandes. What a strike, people! What a strike! I got to give him that. Give him credit for that one. Don't like them, but you could appreciate great goals, right or not, people? And you got obviously Crystal Palace climbing up that table with Roy Hodgson as well. Since he's been there, they've been good. They've been good. It's just unfortunate Patrick Vieira didn't influence the team enough to stay in his job as well. Fulham is Fulham. They're going to be around 10th, 11th, 9th, 8th, somewhere along those lines. Their manager is a sought after manager. A lot of teams want him as well. So Fulham are good in their position, and you see Nottingham Forest 12th. The amount of money they spent, you expect them to climb up that league, not be in the bottom three. And then you got Brentford, who lost against Everton. I was shocked, man. Brentford at home losing to Everton. Are you winding me up, man? Are you winding me up? Yeah. So that's how it went that game. And then you got Wolverhampton after that, who are really, really struggling. I feel sorry for Gary O'Neill because he come to a job. It's not his players. The manager left suddenly, so he had to get the players together some way, somehow patch the team together and try to win games. And it's tough for him. It's tough for him at the moment. Bournemouth is Bournemouth. They got rid of Gary O'Neill. Don't know why. He made Paul Parker had them in relegation zone. Gary O'Neill got them out of the relegation zone and got them to stay in the Premier League. So why are you sacking a manager like that? Why he could build his own team and see how it goes? At least he saved you from relegation. It just doesn't make any sense, man. It just doesn't make any sense. Luton, they got that odd point. They are going to get relegated, unfortunately, if you know what I mean. I don't think they're going to stay up. Burnley, I'm shocked about, especially, the way they came into the Premier League. You thought like they'll do better. And it's just not good enough. They're losing at home to Man United, especially Man United, who are not very good at the moment. And conceding a goal like that, they had their chances. Don't get me wrong. I watched the game. They had their chances, but they just didn't pull through. And then you got Sheffield United 8-0 yesterday. It's a bad advertisement for the Premier League when you see a team lose 8-0 at home, especially. I understand if it's away, but it's at home you're losing this much. But it's crazy, man. I switched off after a couple of goals. I knew it was going to be an embarrassment. Newcastle are not that good people. Let's just be honest here. And I remember Man City going to Sheffield United and struggling in their game. I think they won by 1-0. Rodri scored. I think that's the scoreline of that game. It's crazy, man. When you see things like that, a team like that, at home struggling, it's crazy, man. So let's see the results in general, in the Premier League, as you can see. Let's do from Saturday. Crystal Palace obviously and Fulham 0-0. It was a boring game. I didn't really enjoy it very, very much. I didn't think it was all that. I've tried to watch it on the highlights. Couldn't wait to get out of it. And then you got Wolverhampton and Luton. I think Wolverhampton had the players sent off, didn't they, in this game? And I heard the draw was a fair result at the end. So it just played out the way it was, really. A player getting sent off. Sorry about the freezing, people. I'm trying to do this thing. That's how it was. It wasn't really an interesting game if you think about it. I think Luton, like I said, they're gonna get relegated. I don't think they're gonna be staying in the Premier League. It's sad, man, because it would be good to see a team that's underdogs that nobody expects to do anything, stay in the Premier League and have their say in the Premier League as well. And I like the way Luton came in, but they're gonna be going out the way. As soon as they came in, man, which is sad. It's really, really sad. And then you got obviously Man City who beat Nottingham Forest. Rodri got sent off in that game. I was watching that game. I didn't think Man City was all that. Nottingham Forest had their opportunities, but with Nottingham Forest, the issues they had in the game was as they're going forward, they get a nosebleed. Why are you where's the confidence? Why do you have to get a nosebleed when you're in front of the Man City goal? Come on, get the goals in. If it was a different team, they probably would have scored those chances they had against Man City. That's the saddest thing about that game, in my opinion. Obviously, Man City have their opportunities and they scored it. I think it was Haaland and let me check who it was, and Foden. Kyle Walker came down the wing for once in his life. He went inside the box from the right back position, which is weird. I've never seen Kyle Walker do that in my life. And then he passed it back in a world class way, and I said, is that Kyle Walker or is that Trent out there? And then Foden just slotted it in, first time hit on the left-hand side of the goalkeeper, bottom corner. Brilliant goal. The other one was obviously Mateus Nunes came down the right-hand side, crossed it into the box. But the thing is, what I don't understand how Haaland got that goal is, where's the marking? Haaland is always in the box. He doesn't go anywhere else. He's got no technical ability. He's got nothing that's gonna trouble you outside the box or anything like that. In the box, he's a danger because all he does is one hit, one shot, and goal. That's it. It's a goal. There's nothing else. and he was free in the middle, and it just headed it past the goalkeeper. It was bad. It was really, really bad marking. Rodney got sent off. Nottingham Forest dominated the game, but they didn't really show anything in regards to creating chances. You know what I mean? And they didn't look like a threat even with Man City having 10 men. It was sad. It was sad to see, you know what I mean? Because I want to see a competitive Premier League. I don't want to see a league that's just boring, you know what I mean? And when you face the top teams, like, let's give them something. Like in the old days when people used to face Man United, they go to Southampton, they lose 6-2 or something like that. But nowadays, like, it's just Man City. All they have to do is turn up, and that is it. It's a farmers league. It's becoming a farmers league. People, I'm telling you right now, like, it's a scary thing. Like, we don't want our league to be like this, but it's turning out to be a farmers league, and it's a scary thing to see now. And as you can see, Brentford and Everton won by 3-1. Without Ivan Toney, I don't think Brentford are that good, because you know Ivan Toney takes a lot of burden off their team. He keeps the ball better. He connects the midfield to the attack, and you know he scores the goals. So if you're missing a target man like that, it's going to be difficult for you, you know, to continue doing the same thing again and again. And yeah, they're missing badly, man. Because you never saw Brentford losing to the likes of Everton, who are really, really bad, 3-1 at home. That's just bad, man, in my opinion. But we're gonna be talking about it as we go along anyway. There's a lot of things I've got to say. Are Liverpool title contenders? Maybe they could be title contenders, of course, man. It just depends on the next games, innit? Yeah. So big up Uncle Robs. Please go and subscribe to Uncle Robs. He's an amazing YouTuber. He's consistent, and that's what you all need, people. Please go and subscribe to him, man. Big up Abdul, obviously, every day. Janet, yes, let's go. Big up Janet. Yeah, good luck. Thanks, man. Say it twice. We won, yes. Jason, big up for to get 4 points yesterday. Yeah, man. Nah, no, I don't know about 3 points. 3 points. Yeah, big up John Conway every day, as always. Big up, brother. Big up, John. Yes. Yo, listen, people, get busy in the chat. I'm here for the next hour or so. So we're going to be discussing the Premier League. This is what you guys want on a regular basis. That's what I'm trying to bring you. Like, this is my regular hour as well. So as you can see, Everton obviously scored 3 goals. They played pretty good in the game. But like I said, Brentford, without Ivan Toney, are not the same team. Like, Decore scored, Tarkowski scored, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin scored as well. So with Dominic Calvert-Lewin, you know, Everton are a different team because they got a target man, a guy who just persists running forward and giving problems to people, you know, elbowing them. He's just a pest in that box. So this is why, you know, with him in the team, Everton are completely different. And like I said, they don't deserve to stay in the Premier League after the last season's performance. I don't know how they got away with that. But yeah, they deserve to win this game, though. I've got to be real. Man United, like I said, that other than that goal by Bruno Fernandes, Burnley should have actually had a couple of goals. It's just their clinical side wasn't working out. They need a clinical striker, which they don't have. But other than that, you know, Man United walked away with a win, yes. But Burnley were a better team in the first half. I've got to be honest. Yeah, apart from the Bruno Fernandes goal, it wasn't really interesting this game. I didn't really enjoy it. I didn't think it was all that. But, you know, it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. Man United are desperate, like, to get out of this issue that they're having. They're blaming other people for their mistakes and all that stuff. But as a team, as a collective, they're not there anymore. And I'll discuss that as I go along. I'll explain a lot of stuff with Man United, the routes they took, you know, to be in this bad shape at the moment. So yeah, I'm going to discuss that as we go along as well. I'm going to discuss each, obviously, we've got the top 6, so we're going to discuss that too. So the North London derby was all right. You know what I mean? It was enjoyable. I think Arsenal have showed their true colours. They're not as good as people think they are, in my opinion. I said it already. They're buying rejects from other teams. You got like Jesus, a reject. You got the left back. I forgot his name now. What's the left back's name? Let me get it out. Let me see the lineup. If I see the lineup, I will know. Yeah, that's the Zinchenko, a reject from obviously Man City. 2 rejects from Man City, Jesus and Zinchenko, and they got Kai Havertz, another reject. They got Jorginho, another reject. So if you look at the Arsenal team, like, majority of the players they got, they're all rejects. They're not really. If they were that good, they'll be still playing for those top teams, right? Am I wrong here? Think about it. Why are those teams eager to sell them to their rivals if you know, if they want them so badly? It's crazy. I think what you saw in that game, that's how Arsenal really are. I don't think they are above and beyond what they were like last season. Like last season, they got to the top because of deficiency in Liverpool Football Club. If Liverpool were actually competing, when you get in two directions of, top teams coming at you, it'll be difficult for the team that's coming up to, keep up with these teams. And you could see by the league last season, I think it was won by, it was 88 points, something like that, 89 points. It wasn't in the 90 mark. I know that for sure. So it shows, like compared to the seasons where Man City and Liverpool challenge, which is like the 90 points mark. I don't think we ever went below 90 points. So it shows like, they were just like a Leicester kind of season, but you didn't win the league. That's how I see it when I watch Arsenal last season. And this season they've been found out. You can see the way they're performing in the league as well. They're not really performing in a good way. They're really struggling. But can they click and then get up that league? It is a strong possibility. They can do that. It's a strong possibility, but it takes some time for a team to gel. You know what I mean? They don't gel straight away, if you know what I mean, people. So that's how it is. Fuck, no excuses to John Brady's verdict as was it? Cobblers are beaten by Barnsley. Yeah, listen, you can't do nothing about it, bro. I mean, it happens, mate. It happens. Northampton, got rid of their manager, and that's the way it is. It's the way it is, bro. That's the way it is. I wish I could share a lot of stuff with you, but I say I will watch the teams. I don't really. I gotta be real. I'm just talking about Arsenal and Tottenham. But yeah, Tottenham is pretty impressive. You know what I mean? It's just a honeymoon period probably with Tottenham. It's just a phase. James Maddison is creating goals for them and all that stuff, and Song is scoring the goals. Is it just a phase, or is it going to be a continuation of progression with Tottenham? We've seen this before with Mourinho. We've seen this before with Conte. We've seen this before with previous managers they had in it. They're good in the beginning, but as time catches them, they're not the same team anymore. I mean, so that's how it is with Tottenham. But is it honeymoon? I don't know. I'll discuss them as we go along. I've got all their stuff to get ready and talk about as we go along, people. I want to have a good show today, so yeah. So the next game is Brighton. Brighton lost in Europe the other day, but in the Premier League they are phenomenal. Like I always say, they won by 3-1, and they deserved it. The goal Solanke scored was due to a mistake from the goalkeeper. Came out the goal and I think messed it up, and then there was an empty goal, and Solanke hit with his left foot over and then went in. So, but look, listen, at the end of the day, Brighton is Brighton. They are the new, what do you call it, disruptors in the league. They are going to have their influence in the league. They are going to disrupt a lot of teams who think that they're better than them, all that stuff. But yeah, they're going to be there and they're about 6th, 7th this season, I think, Brighton, because they got a good manager, they got great players as well, man. That's a unit. You know what I mean? If you have that unity in the team, that's on and off the pitch, you're all together. You've got the team there that's going to be doing a good thing during the season as well. But if you have got no unity, as we're going to speak about the next team, which is Chelsea, there's no unity there. There's just players that's just being paid a lot of money and just being put together. And then you want them to play, and you're telling the manager to manage them, and it ain't gonna work. Things like that don't work, man. You need a lot of stuff, man. You need a lot of stuff for that to work. And if the manager is not the ones who's picking his own players, and he has to work with what you bring him, it doesn't compute. You know what I mean? Not Real Madrid. Real Madrid can do that in that league because there's only 2 teams competing in that league, or 3 if you have Atletico Madrid now and again. But in the Premier League, it's impossible to do that. You need consistency with the manager. You need consistency with the players. You need the players that fit the system you put on, and they don't have that, Chelsea. This is why they are where they are, and they're struggling badly, man. I think they're about 14th this season. You know what I mean? Obviously, we're going to talk about Liverpool later on. We won by 3-1. Well deserved. First half was a bit hit and miss. West Ham were in the game, but as the game won, Liverpool just grew into it and they got better. Get busy in the chat, people, if you're watching, man. That's what I'm here for at the end of the day. And then you got this game, like I said, it's bad advertisement for Premier League, in my opinion. I don't agree with things like this. Why are you showing games like this, like in the 5 o'clock kickoff and things like that? It shouldn't be on TV. Why it's not West Ham and Liverpool on TV? That's a good game. And you got the North London derby at 2 o'clock. Well, that would have been a perfect Sunday. I know you got to show Sheffield United and these teams at some point of the season, but show them when they're facing the top teams, not like getting battered at home by Newcastle, man. And Newcastle are not even that good. That's the worst part of it. It's just crazy. Every shot I think they took was a goal. Every shot was a goal. And not only that, 8 different goal scorers. Look at these people. It wasn't even a hat trick. It wasn't even a brace. Look, Longstaff, Byrne, Botman, Wilson, Gordon, Almiron, Ramirez, and Isak. Look, all different, 8 different goal scorers. It's embarrassing for the Premier League, man. That's a bad advertisement. If you're showing the world this league is good, you don't show games like that. These are the games you hide. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's how it is. As you can see, the table, it is what it is. It looks like normal service has resumed at the top with Manchester City and Liverpool. Is it going to be like that till the end of the season? We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. But we're going to talk about the next thing. So that's me talking about the Premier League in general. But I want to talk about the actual top 6 or 7 or whatever you want to call it, because we don't really talk about that a lot. So let me bring each team up and we could discuss them. You know what I mean? As it shows in the table, like how strong these teams are individually, if you know what I mean. So that's what I want to discuss right now. Please get busy in the chat if you're watching. That's what I'm here for, like I always say. And please hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. You know what I mean? That's another thing as well, please. I don't ask for much. I'll bring you the content. You just help me with that. That is it. That's it, man. That's it, man. Yeah, so this is what it is today. We're doing this, obviously LFC, the afternoon show. This is a regular thing I do until 2:30. So this is obviously the review, tactics, players' ratings, and Liverpool versus West Ham. That's what it's for. But I want to discuss the league because we want to know if there's title challenges here. You know what I mean? If there's more than one title challenger in the Premier League. That's what I want to know. And is Liverpool in it? Are we capable enough of like keep on going, or are we just starting off good and we're gonna drift away afterwards? That's what I want to know as well. So Man City, let's see what it says on there. Are Man City that good, or can they be reached? I don't think this season Man City have been great. I honestly don't think they've been great. I think they've been all right, but they haven't been like the greatest team to watch or anything like that. I got to be real. Without De Bruyne, it's a bit difficult for them to control games, as what we can see when we're watching Man City at the moment. But the thing is, De Bruyne is what, 32, heading to 33. Is he going to be like the same? Is he going to be the same in the same level this season, especially when he's picking up injuries in a regular basis? I don't know. I have no idea. I think Man City, obviously, they're gonna probably most likely retain the league, but can Liverpool? I don't know if Liverpool can give them problems. That's what I want to know, because it depends on the other games in it as well. That's how I see it when watching Man City. We was talking about in Spaces yesterday. We was discussing the teams. We would say like, can Man City run away with it like they did in the past, and Liverpool have to like gradually catch them up? Or is it going to be difficult for them this season? What I said was, compared to the previous seasons, Liverpool, Man City were battling each other. Think about it this way: Liverpool had to win all their games to catch up Man City and compete with them in the league. You know what I mean? That's how it was. Every weekend, every weekday, you had to get 3 points. That's how it was. Now, Arsenal are stronger. Brighton are stronger. Newcastle I thought they were stronger. They should be stronger. The Tottenham are stronger. All the rivals around us compared to previous seasons are much stronger than those years when it was just Man City and Liverpool. That's what I'm trying to say here. This is why I'll give us a glimpse of something might happen if you look at the Liverpool team. We've got like a set 11. Now, I think like majority of the time, these are the players that's going to be playing on a regular basis, like Alisson in goal, and then you got Trent, you got Matip, you got Van Dijk, who are back as a good partnership again, and then you got obviously Robertson as a left back. You have McAllister right in front of that. You got Curtis Jones, and you got Szoboszlai, Salah, Nunez, and Diaz. So you got that. That's the team so far. But on the bench, you got the likes of Jota, you got Konate, you got Gakpo. You got Thiago to come back. You got Gomez. You got all these like top players in each position, if you know what I mean. So if you got this on your bench as well as the team on the pitch, why not why not like mount a title challenge? Why not? I mean, it's not impossible. Of course we could do it. I honestly think we can. It's just the consistency we have to keep going on with, and if we could do that with this, I think, oh, it'll be brilliant. It'll be absolutely brilliant. Yeah, Liverpool is just all they need is the consistency and the team to be stay fit to the end of the season. If they can do that, I think we could mount a title challenge. The most important thing for me is the next two games, which is Tottenham away and Brighton away. If we could get those two games, get obviously 6 points out of that. Come on, people! Like you gotta like rub your hands together and thinking, yeah, it's gonna happen. Is it gonna happen? You know what I mean? So you got Tottenham next, Spurs. Spurs are in a honeymoon stage. Yes, I agree 100%. I think they are in a honeymoon stage. You know, like with Spurs, they haven't got Harry Kane anymore, so the players have to pull together as one and play as one. That's what I see when I'm watching Spurs, instead of like looking for individual brilliance. I've always said that individual brilliance can win you some games, but it's not consistent. If you know what I mean, because you keep relying on one player to do the same thing every single game. And now Spurs, they're doing it all as one, which I like. And I've always said it. Don't buy these players that's like way ahead of the rest of the team. If you all like level and the same like that, like Song is with the rest of the players, you've got more of a chance at actually like climbing up that league and becoming even better, in my opinion. So that's what we see at the moment. They are in a honeymoon period. Everybody, is on the same page. But when the tough time comes in the season, can Tottenham pull that through? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we've seen them like have a go at managers within 6 months. Is it going to be the same with this guy? It's a tough say. Like, yeah, are Arsenal FC only gonna end up with a Community Shield this season? It looks like that way, from my opinion. You know what I mean? I haven't seen anything that's impressing me that's making me think that they're gonna do more than that this season. They haven't started off well. Their players, it's just the squad is overstacked. You know what I mean? You should have a first team and you should have a team, a second team, but that's going to get into the first team. But what they have is too many first team players, which is the issue they're having. There's no one that's going to say, I'm on the bench, I'm going to come off the bench and I'm going to make the team better. Each time they go on the bench, there's not many players that change the actual game, and that's what's happening with Arsenal at the moment. Yeah, they got a lot of work ahead. They needed an out-and-out striker. Jesus is good, but what does he offer other than running with the ball? Does he offer consistency with goals? No, he doesn't. He's a good player, squad player, as he was at Man City. But is he good enough to get 30 goals a season, 20 goals a season? No, he ain't. So yeah, it's just a lot. Nketiah, I mean, he's their striker currently. He gets a lot of opportunities, but does he finish it off? No. I mean, so you need an out-and-out striker. Obviously, you need someone from that midfield that can get you like 11 goals a season, which they don't have. And the centre backs, do they score a lot from centre back positions like Van Dijk and the rest of our defenders? No. So like you only got certain players like Martinelli, Saka that can score goals, but other than that, there's nothing. There's nothing coming from them. You know what I mean? They could just end up with the Community Shield this season, and that's not good enough, people. Like, you know what I mean? And that's an embarrassment. Let's just be honest here. They got a lot of work, Arsenal. Like I'm telling you, like when you're playing every 3 days, it's not as easy as you think it is, and they are finding that out at the moment. They are really struggling with every 3 days games. Newcastle. Have Newcastle United been found out? Yeah, 100% they've been found out. Forget about the 8-0 scoreline against Sheffield United. It's just it happens, isn't it? It's just now and again. Look at Man City, they struggle against Sheffield United. There you go. It just happens, isn't it? Every shot sometimes goes in. And that's what happened with them in the other game. The thing with Newcastle is they got the same players that they had when they were fighting relegation that season. They added 5 or 6 players, but if you still have those players with that mentality that don't, they did improve in a kind of way, because when you got cash in your pocket, you are going to improve. Let's be honest there. That's what's happened with these players. They improve because they got money in their pocket. But other than that, you have to sustain it, and they're not doing that this season. Like you could see them in the league. Where are they exactly? Let me just check again. Sorry about that, people. I thought I had it here. Let me put it on this screen actually, as we go on. I think they are in the top half from what I saw earlier. But I don't think, they should be there this season, in my opinion. They should be in the bottom half. Yeah, they're about 8th. You know what I mean? It's not very impressive. You know what I mean? Eighth position, what is that going to do for a team that's had the ambitions of like being in the top four and improving with season within season? I just think they overachieved. This is why they are facing what they're facing this season. Liverpool should not beat Newcastle with 10 men. Newcastle are a Champions League team. You know what I mean? We're not anymore at the moment. So we should not be going to Newcastle. And then when we go down to 10 men while they're still one goal up, you know what I mean, and beat them by 2-1 and dominate on top of that as well. It shouldn't happen. These things should not happen, in my opinion. And it clearly shows like they're very, very weak. And you know, like reaching the Champions League was the peak of their powers. I think they're just going to come back down. They're going to be in the mid-table this season, and then they're going to obviously invest in the team and get better. That's how I see with Newcastle. I don't see anything more than that, to be fair, people. Man United, Man United simply in trouble. I want to talk about Man United. I know a lot of people don't want to talk about it because it's Liverpool, Man United, and we don't like them. But you know, like sometimes a blessing in disguise happens. If you look at Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he finished second with Man United. And then the next season, they bought the likes of Ronaldo, Sancho, all these big time Charlies, you know, the ones who can disrupt the team and make them like not good anymore. So that's what's happened to this team. Like they disrupted what Man United's development was being, what was happening. Sorry, in that season, they finished second. They could have improved, but if they didn't, if they got the likes of Ronaldo and all these players that's got big mouth, this is what you get. And that's what's happened, man. Happy squad they had. If you have a happy squad, like I said in the beginning, you can achieve anything. If the players are together, the management and the coaches, the owners, if everybody's together, you could achieve everything. You could look at Arsenal. Once they sorted their backroom stuff out, it fitted down. It went down to the actual team, and you know, and the manager and everybody else, and they competed now. The fans are together. Everybody's is as one. That's why they are improving in that way. But with Man United, instead of like going that way, they went that way. You don't listen. You don't go back for players. When players leave, they leave. That's it. There's no more. Let them go. You know what I mean? Because you know, like the second stint of coaches and players at the same club is never like the first one. Once they leave, that is it. It's never going to be the same again. And we've seen that in the past. We've seen with our players as well. You know what I mean? When players returned, it wasn't the same players that was there in the first stint, because you know. Things have changed. The clubs has changed. The formations has changed since they've been away and all that stuff. So the management has changed and all that. So you can't go back to things like that. And especially Ronaldo. It's not the same Ronaldo that left. You know what I mean? The Ronaldo that came back was a world-renowned star. He's one of the probably top 5 players of all time. So it was a different person that came back. It wasn't the humble kid that you got from Portugal and you know you nurtured and you turned him to a Ballon d'Or winner and all that stuff. That's gone. That was gone straight away. You know what I mean? And that's what you got to look at. And you know, when he came back, he had an ego, and he just ruined everything that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had in place, man. I don't say that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is the greatest manager, but he had a good base, you know what I mean, to build on, and he just ruined it. They ruined themselves. That's what they did. You know, like when teams have money, they think they could do anything with it, and that's what happened to that club. It's a shame. It's a shame for them. You know what I mean? It's good for us. You know what I mean? As Liverpool fans, we love it. You know what I mean? But it's a shame for them. It's a shame for them. Ah, where am I going? Sorry about that, people. Yeah, Chelsea is the next one I'm going to talk about. Relegation FC. I'm loving it. Don't get me wrong. It's the best thing that can happen to football. You know, you bully yourself to buying players. You bully everyone else. And then that happens to you. Tea. I'm drinking tea, brother. Always tea. Just a little tea for the you know, just to calm me down. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about, brother. That's what it's all about. Yeah. So with Chelsea, it's a joke, isn't it? It's a joke of a club. Let's just be honest, there, people. Like they buy all those players, and they just put them together and expect Maurizio Pochettino, who works with youth. That's his best way of working with football clubs. You know what I mean? Who's done nothing in football. Don't get me wrong. He got Champions League final with Tottenham. He won a league with PSG. Everybody does that, to be honest. He's not the only one that wins a league with PSG. Everybody does. So that's what he achieved, which is practically nothing to compare to the other managers that's done something. And then you got this crackhead of a chairman called Todd Bowley, who has no idea of English football, comes into our league, bullies people with money like Hollywood. Like, I mean, come on, brother. You don't come in and do that. You could buy all the players, you could offer them all the money in the world, but it doesn't mean it's going to change anything in that pitch. The manager supposed to pick his own players that he could integrate into the squad, have his own structure in place, then he could move forward. Now, what the Chelsea do now is worse than Abramovich. What they do now is they buy all these players, give them 8-year contracts, and then tell them to get on the pitch and play. It don't work like that. You've got no ambition in that way of winning titles. So now, where are they in the league? 14th, I heard last time. I mean, they haven't moved from there. I'm sure they haven't. Yeah, 14th. They are 14th. Well deserved. Relegation FC. And their fans are crying about Mauricio Pochettino. You shouldn't cry about the manager. It's your ownership is the issue here. You know what I mean? Like, I remember Chelsea, man. They were never like, they were mid-table at best, you know, bottom half at best. They've just changed everything in that club. That club has got no identity whatsoever, people. I'm telling you right now, and they are deserving of everything they're getting. They're the ones who ruined football. It wasn't Man City, it was this team. And now look at them. Bullying people to buying players and all that stuff. Letting other teams scout for you to buy players. Where's your ambition? Like, getting scouts of your own to get players that fit your system instead of, like, you know, looking at other teams. Oh, Liverpool's going for this player, so are we. Man United's going for this player, so are we. You know what I mean? What is this nonsense, man? This guy's ruining this league, mate. He come with his, you know, overseas mentality. Come to this league and then thinking like this is the way to work. And he's not even spending his own money. His Arabs are actually investing in this team. Let's be honest there. Be real, people. Don't lie to yourself. You know who Arabs are behind this. It's not this guy. Americans ain't that rich. You know what I mean? They're not wealthy. No, I'm sorry. But I'm just being realistic here. Yeah, so yeah, they deserve it. They deserve everything they get in, man. And I'm happy with that. I'm always going to celebrate Chelsea's downfall. Always now. Because they just ruined football, man. Ruined football. Chelsea are Neverland FC with so many kids and Michael Jackson up front. You're 100% right, brother. You're 100% right. It's a joke, mate. Like, you know, they thought they were going to get away with this. Honestly, they thought they were going to get away with what they're doing. It's beyond belief, mate. Beyond belief, man. Deserve everything you're getting. Deserve everything you're getting and tenfold, you scumbags. Yeah, so we're going to move on, obviously, to the preview of the game. So let's do this, people. Then we'll go tactics. Then we'll go to player ratings. I don't know why I said preview. I keep saying preview for some reason. So I'm stuck with the preview. It's a review, of course. So look, Liverpool West Ham finished 3-1 to Liverpool. First half was all over the place. We wasn't like as usual. We need to work on it because, you know, like we could come up against a good team and, you know, struggle against that team. And that's what I don't want to see, us struggling on the pitch. And it's really, really annoying if we see something like that, you know. We got a goal ahead. Obviously, Mo Salah got a penalty, earned a penalty. Rightly so, it was a penalty. Scored the penalty, hit, slot it down the middle, and then West Ham came back into the game. They had a few opportunities, don't get me wrong there. Soucek had one of the best headers I've seen in a long time, going towards the bottom right-hand corner of the goalkeeper, and Alisson out of nowhere, like, got his hand to it. I said, this guy is amazing. Now we know why he's the best goalkeeper in the world. So Alisson is Alisson in at the end of the day, and it was pretty impressive save. But we had a few warnings after that as well. What's his name? Bowen had a chance. I think Antonio had a header. You know, Antonio, people, you know, we've got to speak about this guy. He came with the attitude, I'm going to do my business at Liverpool. We're going to win and we're going to, you know, we got them. Ladies and gentlemen, we got them. Got what? Can't even get a bloody goal. You had the goal open, my friend. The goal was open. And you messed that up. You're telling me. And you got substituted in the 73rd minute. Come on, bro. All that. But no action, man. No action. You lost. You've lost. You haven't got us, mate. You haven't got us. You motivated our team even further to beat you. You laughing stock scumbag. Yes! And I love it. I love it when we beat them. I love it. Yeah, so that's how the game was going. And then second half came, Liverpool controlled the game even more. Szoboszlai, Curtis Jones. I can't believe I'm even saying Curtis Jones, you know what I mean? I don't really rate Curtis Jones that way, but it is looking good this season, I gotta be honest. And I have to, like, you know, eat my humble pie and be realistic on that one as well. Curtis Jones is phenomenal this season, people. Like, the way he's playing, but he's still got that little bit of, you know, arrogance on the pitch, which when he's like passing the ball, trying to use his strength and all this stuff, and then loses it. He needs to sort that out, and I think he'll be fine after that. But yeah, he was phenomenal, and you know, my man of the match was McAllister. McAllister was outstanding, I thought, in that game. He was just like controlling that midfield. In the first half, the issue he had was he was alone in that middle. And the two players, Soboslai and Curtis Jones, was too far ahead of him. But as the game went on, you know, like he came to his own and you know, dominated that position. What I liked about him was he was making passes that was breaking the line. He wasn't doing passes that was, side to side like Fabinho used to do. With McAllister, he gives you those passes like through players, like Thiago kind of passes. That's what I like about McAllister, and he was phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. If you watch the game back, people, just keep an eye on McAllister, the way he was controlling that midfield in the second half. First half, he was alone. He wasn't like with anyone on each side. That's why he was struggling in the game. But as second half came along, he just controlled it with finesse and quality, and I liked it. I liked the obviously the second goal we scored, which was him curling the ball. He actually curled the ball over the top towards Nunez's run. I got it on the thingy and on the what do you call it, on the graphics. So don't worry, people. I got you covered. So let me actually talk about the tactics next, and then we move on. No, let me talk about Klopp next. So respect the Klopp people. Respect our manager. A lot of people had doubts about him. A lot of people had said a lot of wrong things about our manager last season and in the summer, and the press were actually making fun of him and trying to misquote him a lot this in the summer as well. So please, people, like I said, stop believing this 7 years curse. Stop believing all that nonsense other teams are trying to put in our heads, because what they want is Klopp out. When you get Klopp out, that means you're only going to cope with one person, which is Pep Guardiola. And Pep Guardiola hasn't scratched his head for a while, and now he's starting to scratch his head again because he knows Liverpool are coming back and he's scared. You know what I mean? So that's what everybody wants. They want to get rid of our manager. Like we wanted Man United to get rid of Fergie back in the day, as I remember. Like we was doing everything for them to get rid of Fergie, because Fergie had so much control in the Premier League and the FA. He could do whatever he wanted. People, let me tell you how much control Fergie had back in the day. Players used to come back from the England games, going back to the clubs. He made sure the plane stopped at Manchester and dropped off his players, and then the rest take the coaches back to London and all over the country. That's how much power Fergie had. I mean, so you got to think about it, man. Always to the club's advantage. And this is what I want Klopp to get back to. I'm looking at Klopp this season. His face has changed. His laughter is back. His anger is back. He's shouting at the referees. He's shouting at the players on the sideline. He don't care no more. That's what I want to see. Winning is the only option from our manager. And I love it when I'm watching him. I'm loving it. And I've always, if you look back at my rants about our club last season, that's what I said. I don't see the same Klopp that I saw previous seasons. I see a different type of Klopp right now. And now, come on, man. He's back, man. He's back. Forget the 7 years. He's going to get another Premier League title, man. I'm telling you right now, people. He's going to get it one day. He's going to get it. So, yeah, let's go to the tactical, which I set out for you guys. And we could discuss the tactics. Let's go. Here's me not prepared. I'm loading it up, people. Sorry about that. I don't know what has happened. Yeah, so the tactical board I've changed. It's a new thing I've got obviously on my Mac, and it's brilliant. It's the best thing I've ever seen. So whatever I think, I could put it on there, and it shows you the movements and everything like that. So what I'm going to show you is like how the players moved around on the pitch on the day, and how the goals came about, and I'm going to show you how we changed our way in the second half as well. It was brilliant. Brilliant tactics by the manager, man. But like I said, before anything, please like, share, subscribe. I'm trying to do this on a regular basis. I want to do it on a regular basis. I'm doing it for you guys, so please help me out in there. That's all I'm asking for. I don't ask for much, and just your help with subscription and likes. That's it. I don't ask for anything. I mean, I don't need nothing, no money, nothing like that. Just come on, support me, and that's all I'm asking for. Nothing more, nothing less. So as you can see, This is the tactics board up for you. It's quite good. It's very good. This tactical pad. It's one of the best things I've ever seen in my life, man. So let's as you can see, this was the starting lineup in the game. The first half, the issues we had, in my opinion, and it really irritated me, was the players that they were just too static. He was alone. That's McAllister was alone in that midfield majority of the game, which was angering me more than anything. So, which left the West Ham players to come in and control the ball around this area more. You know what I mean? So, not only that, the worst part of it, at times he was this far up, and we left a big gap here. Let me put a circle actually. A big gap here, which made West Ham have joy. That's what we didn't want. I mean, we didn't want West Ham to have a joy at our defense. We didn't want West Ham to, you know, make it easy for them, and we did. That's why they got the opportunities for Antonio. That's why they got the opportunities for Bowen. That's why they got the opportunities for Suchek. So this is the area that sometimes like we need to like look at. This is why we actually concede a lot of goals in the first few minutes as well. That area is always empty because our midfield are too far up. Like I've always said about Fabinho, I'd rather have Fabinho here controlling this area so nobody gets ahead of him. But let me show you actually how the game won in the second half while there's movements on the pitch. It's brilliant, this thing. I can't believe how good it is, man. The animation side is just out of this world, people. Yeah, so let me show you what happened. It'll show you, at the end, it will show you the goals. How the goals went in as well. It's quite good. So look, Gomez, as you can see, he moved. No, it's a bit too fast. I don't want it to go too fast for you guys. Let me try this. Is it like that? That's too fast. One second. My bad. Trying to get used to it. Yeah, this is better, I think. So Gomez, I was complaining about the game, innit? Like, I don't want to see him inverted. I don't want to see him all that stuff. And it really pisses me off. So he was doing inverted, but he was doing it in a good way. In a way, he was like even going out wide and doing this as well. Like, he was actually coming up, helping out Salah on the wide area and going back into defense. But let me make it slightly fast. I think this is a bit too slow, people. I apologize for that. I like this thing though. It's very good, man. I really enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoy it as well. It's tactical thing, innit? I want to be more tactical this season than before. I want to do new things all the time, innit? So as you can see, Gomez, he was patrolling that area. That's the most important thing. And well, the issues we have sometimes in our team is, you know, in that area, what teams do, because Trent is not good in the air, they, you know, get it over the top in that area. So Matip was doing what Matip does, going forward with the ball. Coming back, Van Dijk was covering him each time he went forward, and you know Van Dijk covers that area as always now. Like, he's gone back to normality. He was actually making a lot of blocks yesterday, and I was kind of shocked. I was like, "This is that old Van Dijk." And as you can see, Robertson patrolling that obviously left side of the area, getting some crosses in, taking set pieces, and he was phenomenal yesterday, man. I really have to commend Robertson. And then you see McAllister, second half, he patrolled that area. This is why we got better in the game. And then you got Szoboszlai. What I like about Szoboszlai, he helps that area. You know what Henderson used to do, but this is a Henderson with more quality, more technical ability. And he goes out wide and everything like that, switches positions, if you know what I mean as well. We're going to see it in a second. Him and Jones, like Jones doesn't always stay in the left-hand side, or Szoboszlai. They switch over like this, and this is how they play their games, and I love it. Like, you know, when you have that, you know, team togetherness on the pitch, it's out of this world. And then you move on to the front players after that, and I'll show you what. So this is Jones, what he patrols, the areas, as you can see on the screen, graphics. I like it. I really like it because, you know, the relationship they're building again, like they used to with Ronaldo, Henderson in the past. So this is Jones, what he patrols. And then you see Diaz. What I liked about Diaz yesterday, he was going up and down that midfield area in the wings. So, and he even came inside a few times to help out as well. So, you know, like, this team is something special, people. Like, it's back to what it was before. And then when you need him in the box, he gets into the box as well and causes more trouble. So, yeah, man, we're back to normality. And then if you have to come inside, he comes inside and helps out in the midfield as well. And then you got Salah. Salah does what Salah does, comes in deep, collects the ball sometimes to help out the team, you know, to get the trouble away from them, goes down the wing, and even goes inside and you know, scores goals when he can. And then you move on to Nunes after that. Nunes, it was just phenomenal. You look at Nunes covering everywhere. He was a pest. I mean, if you're a defender, you don't want to play against Nunes, do you? You don't want to play against Nunes. I mean, now I'm going to show you the goals. after this one, and then you see all the goals how they went in. It's just, this thing is brilliant, but it's just showing you that this is not one of the goals. This is what Nunes can do, and this is what Salah can do. So this is Salah's goal from the penalty spot, of course. There's a goal. That's the first goal that went in the day. And then we're going to go for the second one. McAllister passing to Nunes over the top. This is brilliant. I can't believe what I created. Though. It's crazy, yeah? There you go. Hit it. It goes in. That's how it went. And then Van Dijk came forward for a set piece. And then, you know, set up for... hang on, let me get it. Jota. There you go. Jota's in the pitch now. There you go. There you go. That's how the goals went in. It's crazy, man. I'm really enjoying this graphics, man. I had to work it out somehow. But it's brilliant. It is absolutely brilliant, man. I hope you guys enjoyed that, because I showed you how the second half has changed, and obviously the goals we scored as well. So I want to show you things like that on a regular basis. Yeah, there's a lot of things to come. There's a lot of things, like you could even go 3D with this thing. It's so impressive. You could even make it look like 3D. Let me show you what I could do with this. I'm loving it, man. I'm really, really loving it. You could actually put players on the pitch, as you can see, people. I'll show you the goals again, but I'll make it a bit faster, hopefully. Hang on. I'll make it a bit faster, though. Yeah, let's go faster, yeah? Look at this. Let's go. There you go. That's Gomez running up and down the area. And then you got Matip, you got Van Dijk, you got Robertson after that. That's what they're doing on the pitch. This is like the formation they play. The areas they cover. Look at that, people. Look at that. It's crazy. Soboslai. Then you're going to get Jones after that. Switching positions. Now Jones' turn. This is the areas they cover. There you go, people. Tactical at its best, man. And you got Diaz on the wing. Everything that I showed you is going to happen now. Like you can see like players running towards the ball and that. There you go, Salah. Nunes, if he's in the box, you know. Salah taking the penalty. There you go. And then you got Van Dijk coming forward. Nunes' goal. Van Dijk coming forward, passing it to Jota. There you go. It's brilliant. It is. I'm just shocked I could do this now, man. It's crazy, man. You know, like I love the graphics. These are the kind of things I enjoy the most doing for you guys, and this is what I want to do regularly as well, man. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, but there's a lot of work to do anyway for Liverpool. It's not over yet. I mean, we've got issues we've got to sort out. We'll be fine after that, I think, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, so that's pretty much it, people. Like with the tactics, the way we changed the game in the second half, it was just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, man. Yeah, let me just go in the comments. I hope you enjoyed that, because I don't know if anyone else does that kind of stuff I'm doing. You know what I mean? I want to be the first to do it, and, you know, show people the way to do that as well. Oh, sorry. Yes, Richard, Liverpool need to improve in on the first half. Yeah, 100%, brother. Richard says second half we scored 2 goals and controlled the game 100%. That's what I love about us at the moment, mate. It's just brilliant. Liverpool need a right back, a left centre back, a CDM, and a right wing. 100%. I agree, Richard. No doubt about that. Assalamu alaikum, Abdul. How are you? How are you? All doing we're all good, mate. Liverpool 3-1 against West Ham. Yes, we need to improve in the first half and second half much better. Many thanks. 100% Abdul Rahim. Because, you know, with us here, the thing we need to like think about, if we're going to be challenging for titles, the first half has to be an improvement. If we don't have improvement in the first half, then, you know, it's going to be a difficult game to come back from, if you know what I mean. But yeah, that's pretty much it I've got for you guys. Like, I could put both teams in there, but it's going to be a long day if I put both teams on there. But yeah, you're right, Abdul Rahim. 100%, brother. Richard says, like, comment, share, subscribe. You ain't going to get anything like this anywhere. Like, subscribe. Yes, Abdul, thank you, brother. And Richard, of course, like, subscribe. Yes, Hamza, big up, my bro. Big up, Hamza, brother. JK is in the house. Bless up, Fozzy. Always quality. I know. Like, it's different, isn't it? Something different. I don't want to be like JK. I don't want to be the same as everybody else. I want to be different. You know what I mean? I want to bring you guys different stuff on a regular basis instead of like the same boring stuff. So this is what I'm trying to do. This is just the beginning with this graphic thing, man. Like this, the tactical board. I could do more stuff. I'm gonna practice it in the night shift, and then I could bring it forward to you guys next time. Shallow TG says, what's your predicted lineup for Leicester City in the cup game? I think, you know, Kwanzaa is going to be playing. I think Kelleher is going to be playing. Kwanzaa and Konate is going to play. Simicaz as a left back. Trent could come back because he needs game time in it to get ready for the weekend. And it's Tottenham, so Trent could get back. And then you could play Endu in the middle. You could play Harvey Elliott, and you need another experienced midfielder, if you know what I mean. Probably, yeah, Gravenberch. So Endu, Harvey Elliott, and Gravenberch in the middle. And then you could have Gakpo in the left, and you could put Jota up front, and you could have Doak in the right wing. So we've got the strength and depth so far. It just depends on injuries, brother. You know what I mean? So that Europa League team, but minus Van Dijk, could be the team. You know what I mean? More or less, if you know what I mean. That's what I'm trying to say. Yes, John Conway, as always, brother. I try to bring you something different there. Thank you for everyone that's come in, man. I hope you like the new tactical thing I did for you guys. It took me a while to figure it out because I've never done it before, but I'm loving it. I'm really, really loving it, man. How can you like go from that to 3D and it shows you the actual goals? It's crazy. It's, oh my. I need to look into that again. We have to look. We have to look. Look at this, people. Like, honestly, look at this. You see everyone's name on there, and watch. I'll make it faster though. It's crazy. Look at this. Never thought I could do this. Look at this. There's Gomez. There's Matip. There's Van Dijk covering the area. Whatever area they cover, that's what I put down. McAllister, Soboslai, switching with Jones. Jones doing his bit. Diaz. And then you got obviously Salah. Get goals from that side if he wants to. Like Nunez covering all that area, getting goals. And now the goals, the actual goals, penalty. There you go. And then you got Jota's goal. Look at that. Oh, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, that's about it for me, people. I hope you really enjoyed this. And I mean, like, we just have to like link in it. That's what we've got to do, our slot. I'm trying to bring this as much as possible. Something different for you guys, something enjoyable. And at the end of the day, like with your help, like we could get, you know, a regular thing going here. And that's what I want to do. So we're going to go to player ratings, which is the last bit of the show. So if you want to put your numbers down, you're more than welcome, people. You're more than welcome, man. I watched back the game and I had to see it for myself to judge it. So sometimes, you know, when you're watching the game live and you're doing a stream, you don't see everything. But I saw obviously the game again and again and again, and it looked pretty good. It looked pretty good, I gotta be honest. So we're going to player ratings next. Player ratings. So we start off obviously with Alisson. Oof, what a performance by that guy, man. That save from Suchek. Different gravy, mate. Different gravy, my hand. You know what I'm saying? So what do you guys give Alisson if you're still watching, of course? Let me just go back to comments before. Shallow says it's my first time on here. You do live watch-alongs? Yeah, but check out the last one I did. I did it yesterday. I do everything, mate. I do chat shows. I do. This is my 2:30 regular. I'm going back to 10 o'clock tomorrow to do the preview show. I'm gonna hopefully get some more people on there. Yeah, I do everything, mate. Since I got to 1,000, I've stepped up a couple of levels, as you can see with the graphics I use and all that stuff. So yeah, just subscribe, man. That's what it's all about. Thanks for coming on. Yeah, I do live watch-alongs. I do chat shows. I do previews, reviews. I do transfers. I do everything, mate. Everything you could think about football, I do. That's what I do. JK said, better than Sky Sports. Thank you, mate. I don't think Sky Sports got nothing on me. Yeah, so there we go. All you need is Kara and Neville each side of the screen. Yeah, I wish they were here because, you know, I'll bring them down a notch. You know what I'm saying? I have more experience than them. I'm joking. Yeah, so Alisson, wow, 7. That's a lot. Oh, damn, 10? For that save, innit? For that save, it should be something high. That save was just incredible yesterday. Absolutely incredible. So, you know what? I'll go with JK with this one, John. Please, yeah? I'll go with JK with this one. So I'll give him a 7 because he didn't have much to do after that. After that save, he didn't do much to do. No, I'm not going to give him a 2. So yeah, we'll give him a 7 because he deserves it. They won the game, innit? You gotta give them high scores, innit? You gotta give them high scores. So the next one is, let's go back to the question. The next one is obviously Gomez. What a performance by Gomez, people. Like, give the guy credit, man. Not many people give it, like, they still like hold on to things that happened in the past at our fan base. Like, and we need to get away from things like that. The kid had a serious knee injury he had to recover from. And he's coming back slowly. I mean, that's a career-ending knee injury. Like, if you haven't had a knee injury, so you won't know how much it affects your actual footballing ability. I've had knee injuries and I was a footballer, so I know how it is. Since I had my knee injuries, when people ask me to play football, about, what was it, 15 years now, I always say, nope, I ain't kicking a ball. My leg might come off. Nah, mate, no chance. Nah, never in a million years you're going to see me. So both say 8. Yeah, I agree. I'll give him an 8 as well. Yeah, 100%. I said, like, the next time I'm going to do this, it's going to be with you guys, so I'm here. Yeah. The 10 is 1 to 10, people. I don't do 7.5, 6.5, or anything like that. It's just 1 to 10. So if you could do that, it'll be helpful. So we give him an 8. And so Gomez got 8. Next person is Matip. Whew. The boy's back. The boy is back. It's 32, I think, soon. Or probably he's already 32. But the way he's performing now, you know why these guys are actually performing, guys? Is because they've got the right midfield ahead of them. Last season, we were just all over it. We was relying on young Besiktas to the point he ran out of steam. That's who we was relying on, people. Think about it. That's who we was relying on last season. Besiktas. And you want them to defend with that? Only Besiktas? Come on, man. Yeah, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Shallow says 7. I'll go with that. I thought he had a phenomenal game yesterday. I gotta be real, Matip. Like, some of the tackles he was making yesterday, out of this world, man. Out of this world. Yeah. So yeah. John Conway says 7. JK says 8. Yeah. I'll give him a 7. He did these bits, innit? He did these bits. So yeah. So the next one is obviously the governor. Our governor. You know, the leader of the pack. The smooth hairstyle, the smooth of the smoothest, probably the greatest centre back in the world right now. With that knee especially damaged. What do you give him, people? I know what I'll give him, because he came back with a vengeance, mate. I thought it was brilliant yesterday. Absolutely brilliant. Covering the centre back position like the old days. The goal that Bowen scored, could have done something, but that cross shouldn't be let in the first place. If you know what I mean, that cross was just too easy in the box. He tried to put his leg in the way, but you know, Bowen already headed about that time. So people, give it to me. What do we give Mr. Virgil? I wanna say what you gotta give Virgil. I sing a prayer. There's an angel. Oh man, I love Angels from Robbie Williams. One of the best songs ever. So okay, Shallow says 8. JK says 7, and John Conway says 8. So I'll go with the majority, of course. Sorry, JK. Apologies, brother. I really apologize. You know, I don't want to let you guys that there should be more people actually doing this. I apologize, bro. I apologize. I love Angels, man. Come on, man. There's nothing wrong with Angels. Angels is one of the best songs I ever created. Through it all, she offers me protection. If you haven't got that woman, that's on you, mate. I can't help you. La la la, with affection, whether I'm right or wrong. Down the waterfall, wherever it may take me. There we go. I don't want to keep going on. There we go. He's got an 8. He's got an 8. Majority wins. So the next person is... No, he's not going to get 1, of course. The next person is... Robertson. Has Robertson improved, guys? Like, let's just be honest here. Not so long ago, a lot of people have got Robertson saying he's not good enough anymore. It's time to go. You know what I mean? But now it looks like he's pulling his weight, scoring a goal against Wolverhampton, playing like, you know, like regularly like he used to. like something close to it. Not enough crosses yet. I want to see those crosses to be a regular thing. But he did take a lot of set pieces yesterday that caused problems. Is Robertson getting back to his best? So I want to see the scores on Robertson. What do you give him, people? This is what I'm here for. What do you give him? There's 14 people watching. What do you give him? Come on, man. Come on and do it for us. Majority wins. Majority wins. Come on. Yeah, I think Robertson's been phenomenal, man, this season. It's crazy the way, like, you know, it depends on what's in front of you, innit? It depends on what's in front of you. So now that he's got the midfield, you know, the winger in front of him that he needs that to back him up, he's doing good. He's doing a phenomenal job. Yeah. I'm loving angels instead. Ah, man. Classical. So Shallow says 7 and John Conway says 8. I don't know which one to go with. Some of the I need JK in if he's still there. JK, come on, man. Give me something, brother. Give me something, brother. From another mother. Come on, bro. Thank you, chat, by the way. Honestly, thank you for coming on and helping me out on this, man. Appreciate that. So one says 8, one says 7. You know what, John? I'll go with you because, you know, with Robertson, he has been getting a lot of flack by the fan base and a lot of people attacking him, and it's not right, especially what he done for us in the past as well. But yeah, I'll give him 8. I'll give him an 8. I'll give him an 8. You know what I mean, bro? I'll give him an 8. You know what I mean? Man them. I'll give him an 8. I don't know what man them is. You know, I keep hearing this with the youth of today. Man them and all this. Oh, man them. What the heck is that? Have we lost the English language or something? I don't know what's going on. My man of the match, my boy McAllister. I gave him man of the match yesterday's stream, man. I gave him man of the match. The boy, the way he curled that through ball towards Nunez's run. Technical ability at its best. Whoo! Cold mother. Come on, man. Come on. Lady in red. Standing by me. Yeah. Oh, man. Cheek to cheek. Oh. Yeah, man. You know that song, you know, he actually, the singer, what's his name? Christopher. Let me see his song, name again. He's a Liverpool fan, you know. The singer. Lady in red. Chris de Burr. Yeah, he's a Liverpool fan, you know. He based that song, Lady in Red, guess on what? Liverpool Football Club. That's it. You heard it here first. So I'll give him what? I give him the man of the match, but if is anyone disagreeing with me? Yeah, I might. Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you. Yeah, that song, Lady in Red, man, it's based on Liverpool. He's my man of the match. I gotta be real. I agree with John with this one. Sorry, Shallow. I agree with John with this one because I thought he was phenomenal in that midfield yesterday. Absolutely phenomenal, man. And you know, like he's playing out of position. He's not even a number 6, but look at the way he's performing, man. You know what I mean? In that number 6 role, when you need an emergency player there doing something, and then he's doing above and beyond in that position, and not even complaining. That's what I love about him. He doesn't complain. It's like Klopp. The manager said to him, "Hey, McAllister. Yeah, McAllister. Do you want to play defensive midfielder today? I need someone there." Okay, boss. That's how it is. I want to see players like that. I don't want to see players, oh, I'm playing touchline today. I can't play there because I can't get the goals I want. But you're here for the team. You're not here for yourself. There you go. Yeah, man of the match for me. 100% played there in a brilliant way in the second half. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, so the next one is Curtis Jones, who he played good, but still have those little, you know, childish games. I seen him like try to do 1-2 with Soboslai near the corner flag and then losing the ball like an idiot because he was showing off. I didn't like that. I really didn't like that. But his performance is either 7 or 8, in my opinion. I'll give him one of those two. But the kid is improving, people. The kid is improving in abundance. So what do you think? 7 or 8 or 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 or what? 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. What do you think? What do you think, people? What do you think? Give it to me. Come on, we're at the end, people. We're at the end. Boz is embarrassing himself at the moment. Okay, Bob says 7. Shallow and Mr. Legend John Conway They both say 7. Let's go with 7. Let's go with 7. Let's go with 7. We've got 15 people watching, people. You can't contribute. You know what I mean? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Can't do it. Can't do it all night long. Yeah, so we give him a 7. The next person is Soboslai, the boss. The boss. The magnificent one. The outlaw. He's so good. His hair doesn't even move. Look at his hair, people. It's not even moving. God damn, stuck in one side. You know what I'm saying? Ice, ice, baby. It's not rice, rice, baby. It's ice, ice, baby, man. Don't destroy that song, man. Dumbass rice. Soboslai is just the best, isn't it, guys? Honestly, he's so good, man. We're lucky we got him. We are lucky we got this Hungarian international. 22 years old as well, man. Taking the piss, mate. Got future, man. The man's got future. Okay, we give him an 8. We give him an 8. We give him an 8. I love him, man. Love him. Soboslai, what's his name? Soboslai. I love it. I love it. Okay, so we'll go to the next one. Diaz with the Afro. Afro Puff Diaz. You know what I'm saying? There we go. Afro Puff Diaz. What do we give Afro Puff Diaz? Eh? I don't know, ranting. No, it's not ranting, it's rating. What the heck is that? I have to change that now. Bloody hell. It takes me ages, man. Okay, I'll change that. I'll change that letter. What do we give him? What do we give him? What do we give him? Let me see. Hopefully, what's with the N? Oh, bad. I have to change that. It's not ranting, people. It's rating. My bad. I just saw that on there. Let's go. 7. We'll give Dom. Yeah. JK says 7. Yeah, we passed that. Where were you, JK, man? We needed your help. We're in Diaz at the moment, bro. We're in Diaz at the moment. I don't know where the N came from on this. I mean, I have to change that now. Bloody hell. It takes a while to change that, you know? Oh, bad. I have to put a cross on it. Okay. I'm talking about Diaz. Oh, okay, we give Diaz a 7. We give it the last one, I think, is Diaz. Yeah, we'll give him a 7. We'll give him a 7. I don't know where that ranting come from. I don't know. Ranting. So we'll give Diaz a 7. I have to change that damn thing, man. I don't even know what. Well, I don't know what formula I've done it with. It's gonna be that. Substitutes. Well, I'll give them all 6. You know well, we have to give the substitutes something in it. Nunes, people. Nunes. Give me something on Nunes. He's not 7. He's not 7. Give me something on Darwin Nunes, the phenomenal one, the difference maker now. He's become the love of everyone's life now. I mean, the people that were saying he's not good enough are loving him now. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. The same people that are saying, get him at the door, we don't want him, he's not good enough, are saying, we love Darwin Nunes. I hope he stays. I can't believe how good he is. We already told you this. It's going to improve, you stupid idiots. He's playing out wide last season. That's not even his position. This season he's consistently played as a striker, which is his position. And he's scoring goals, missing chances as well. Yeah, so Darwin Nunes, what do you give Mr. Darwin Nunes, ladies and gentlemen? Give me something. Give me something to play with. Oh, shallow. Yes, he gives him an 8. Yes. Goal. Great goal. 8. Mom, dad, and dad. Oh, mom and dad, thank you for coming on. Haven't seen you for a long time. Long time. Okay, so we'll give Mr. Darwin Nunes an 8. Obviously, the substitutions, they didn't do much apart from Jota. Obviously, Jota scored. So we need to give the substitution something in it. So let's go to the substitute. Salah, of course, Salah. What do you think of Salah, people? What do you give the king? What do you give the king of kings, Mr. Salah? What do we give him? Egyptian king. What do we give him? What do we give Mr. Salah? I thought he was brilliant again. Wasn't in the game much, but you know he got into it at the end and you know scored his penalty. Hit it safely this time instead of like trying to find the corner because he's not very good at finding corners. Recently, even his shots that he used to curl in the top corner. I don't know why I'm freezing people. I have no idea. It's a new trick I've done. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully he'll be back. I'm back. Yeah. So with Salah, he's got an issue finding the coolness. We need to work on it, man, some way, somehow. We need to do the voodoo on him. You know, the voodoo dolls. Just, you know, get the pins out, right? And then let him go back, you know, curling the ball in the top corner like he used to back in the day. So what do you give Salah, people? What do you give the Egyptian king? Let's see. I don't know why I'm freezing, man. I'm near the end of the show. I'm freezing, man. Why didn't you come earlier? There we go. There we go. So mom and dad say, yeah. 8 from Shallow. 8 from John Conway. 7! JK! Come on, bro. Yep. Come on. Majority wins anyway, but yeah, it's an 8 for the Egyptian king. Yeah. I honestly don't know what's going on. Something is like making the system slow. What's going on here? I'm near the end of the show. Why are you doing this to me? I don't need this now. So we give him an 8. We give him an 8. Egyptian king. Mom and dad are back. Thanks for coming back, mom and dad. Yeah, so they give him an 8 as well. 8 for the Egyptian king. I don't know what it is. Mate, I have no idea. I wish I can tell you, but I'm near the end of the show. Why is it doing this to me now? I need to find out what it is. I need to investigate. I need to investigate what is going on. Is it too many stuff on at the same time? Or what is it? What is it? Why am I freezing, my friends? Why am I freezing? It's not good. It's not good, man. Is it a trick? Is it a trick? I don't know. But I'll leave it anyway. I'll leave it alone. So Egyptian king gets an 8. So we'll go to the substitutions. It's every time I'm trying to actually change it. Oh, Lord of mercy. You know what? We'll just get Jota on there and that is it. I'm not going to go further than Jota. There we go. Jota. We give him what, people? We give Jota what? Quit with force. I'm waiting for you, people. So give me something. Give me something. What do we give Jota? I thought he was good. The directness actually came back in the game, so I'll go give him that. He had the goal, and he came in from inside and tried to get another goal after that. Yeah. Apologies for the freezing, people. I don't know, man. It's like a new trick in the computer for some reason. 7, yeah. We've got to give him a 7. You're 100% right. Let me put the chats up as I always do. I don't know what's going on, people. Each time I'm clicking on it, I'm not going to click on anything now because I don't know what's going on. Yes, Shadow says freezing every 1 minute. Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. I have no idea. No idea, man. Everybody's saying 7, so we give the Jota of Jotas 7. Alrighty then. Smarting. Okay, we give them a 7. I think the rest we'll just give them a 6, innit? The gap pose and all that stuff. So I don't even need to go on to that because I'm freezing for some reason. So the next substitutions are these guys: Gakpo, Gravenberch, and of course Mr. DM Endu. So them lot get a 6 each. Because I keep clicking it and it keeps disappearing. You know, freezing people. So I can't keep doing it. Apologies for that. Yeah. So that's the end of the show. I'm done. Time to go home and sleep. 2 days in a row, like doing the streams, it's nothing but enjoyable for me. Oh man, come on. Yeah. So we're on the road to 2,000 people. Do me a favor if you can, just share the channel around family and friends and let everyone know about it. I'm doing my best, obviously, to do it on a daily basis. I know everyone can't make it because, you know, every single time we're getting different people on, which is good for me anyway. As long as people are here helping me out, that's the most important thing as well. We're trying to make it as big as possible. I don't want to just reach 2,000 just because of 2,000. I want to reach 2,000 because I want a lot of people like coming on and, you know, enjoying this stuff I'm bringing up for you guys on a regular basis. And I mean, not only do I actually host, I do the graphics myself, everything else as well. So we'll improve together, innit? We'll all do it together. And if the channel gets somewhere, everything that happens on the channel is for you guys at the end of the day, if you know what I mean. That's what it's all about. So thanks for all the support, guys. Honestly, thank you. I always say thank you, chat, as you can see. And if you just tuned in and watching the show again, but please like, share, subscribe and comment and all that good stuff. It just helps the channel. It just helps the channel. Please go and subscribe to these guys as well, who are phenomenal in their fields. Yeah, big up to Jamie. I know like he had to leave YouTube for a bit. Yeah, people just check on him, message him, see how he is. You know, him and his family and that stuff. He should be back very, very soon from what he said. Yeah, man. Big up Jamie. Obviously, Ensman is killing it as well. Uncle Rod's always killing it on his channel. You got LB, FCTV, Baz, phenomenal. Young Klopp Talk. If you want to hear someone talk in a sense of with sense and makes it that much clear, you go and watch Klopp Talk. The kid is phenomenal. And you got 12 Man American, one of the best in my opinion, with stats and everything else. Go and subscribe to him. His channel is coming up right now. Nura Beats, my Somalian brother. He always puts up some analyzing stuff on his channel. Go and subscribe to him. He's phenomenal in his channel as well. And you got Quasi Ball TV. I try to come on, Mr. Quasi. I apologize when I don't, because I got a lot. If people don't know, I do 12-hour shifts. I mean, so I do days and nights. It's impossible for me to go on other people's channels sometimes. Yeah, so go and subscribe to Quasi Ball TV. He's phenomenal at his stuff. I like his chat shows. It's very entertaining. So please go subscribe to these guys. They're all phenomenal. And you got Statman Stubbs as well. One of the best in my opinion. What I like about Statman Stubbs, he makes it like a home for everyone. Everybody gets involved. I mean, so yeah, he's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant. Please go and subscribe to him. Hang on. Where am I? Sorry, I didn't go on vacation. I'm here. Antonio, 10 out of 10, 100% shallow, 100%. It's so funny, isn't it? You gave it the large end. What do you do? Top show, bro. Thanks, JK. I'll try my best in it. That's what it's all about. He went vacation. Yeah, man. He's still probably in the Caribbean somewhere. He plays for Jamaica now, isn't it? He went to England, then he plays for Jamaica. How is that possible? Yes, road to 2000. We will get there one day. I'm the final stage of the stream right now, people. Let me change the screen for you slightly. Go to the bigger screen. There we go. There we go. Yeah, so I will be back hopefully tomorrow for the preview show, which will start around 10 p.m. I'll probably do an hour show, do the tactics and the players that's going to be playing in that game from my side, the starting lineup, and we'll just talk about Leicester as well. See how they're doing in the Championship. Don't forget, man, Leicester is a former Premier League winners. Well, they're now. It's crazy. Football can be cruel sometimes, as they say, innit? Yeah, so that's how it is. Yes, people. So that's all I got for you right now. I'm done. I'll see you. Well, thank you, by the way. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for, contributing on the channel as well. As always, the regular guys. I'll never forget what you guys have done for me. And we'll go again, innit? We'll go again, people. So take care, everybody. Take care. Thank you once again, and take care.